as they said, the king of Saudi Arabia said, your place, your country is a whole different image now. We were a laughing stock, an absolute laughing stock, but we're not a laughing stock any longer. And, you know, I was talking to, as I said, President Putin for 2.5 hours. That was being very seriously listened to. We don't like what's happening. We don't like that we should have ever been involved. Would have never happened. But we're respected again as a country. You know, one thing that I tell you that I think is amazing, if you remember about 8 months ago, the big story was that nobody wants to join our military. We couldn't have any, people weren't joining. And they weren't proud of our country. They weren't joining police forces all over the country, Houston, Dallas, all over the country, New York. And now we have a record-setting enlistment in the military. Think of that, record-setting. The most in 38 years, but it's probably more than that. They started taking the numbers, Susie, 38 years ago, right? But the most in 30 years, probably the most ever, I don't know. But we have record-setting young people that want to join the military, and that's incredible. To have that is just absolutely incredible. And to think that 8 months ago we were all listening to the fact that this was before the election. 8 months ago we were listening to the fact that we wouldn't have any, you know, we wouldn't have anybody in our I mean, nobody. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force. I'm so proud of Space Force because we got that going. We started Space Force and they wanted to terminate it, and the military backed up. And they said, you're not going to do that. We were third in space, and now we're #1 in space by a lot. They've done a great job. They had some great commanders in Space Force. But, you know, ultimately it's going to be one of the most important things we've ever done because it's all heading to space. And I'm not talking about just experimental things that we do, because a lot of people don't understand that. We can understand that. But we're, in terms of defense and offense of our country, it's going to be very, very important.